Hello, today I'm going to talk about the role of the brain in reading comprehension. I want to start off with an example. Take a moment to read the following sentence. Now take a second to think about how quickly you were able to read and understand the basic idea. Most likely you had a very easy time reading that sentence. Did you really have to think about that sentence, or did you comprehend its meaning just as soon as you'd read it? For proficient readers, much of reading comprehension happens without conscious thought. A sentence is read, and if things go right, the sentence is understood. This is because reading comprehension is an automatic process, a product that proficient readers experience as a result of being knowledgeable, metacognitive, strategic, and motivated in their reading. So you read the sentence, "The boy sat under the painting," and you understood its meaning. How? As your eyes glanced over the words, your brain was busy at work, linking each word to representations you had stored in your brain from years of vocabulary and background knowledge. Ideas about boys, paintings, ideas about what it means to sit, how people may sit, what a boy looks like, what a painting might depict. Perhaps you even created your own mental image of a boy sitting under a painting somewhere. We are able to attach meaning to words that have been read because of these representations we have stored in our brain. Prior knowledge and vocabulary knowledge are essential elements of comprehension. Things are better understood if we already have a little information about them. Even if we are able to read them, words mean little to us if we have no idea what they mean. A key difference between readers who are successful at comprehension and those who aren't is metacognition while reading. Metacognition, or thinking about one's own thinking, is crucial in knowing when comprehension is broken down and how to fix it. Strategic readers are more active readers, and active readers both retain more and are more likely to reapply what they remember in new contexts. Thus, reading instruction that actively engages students in asking questions, summarizing, synthesizing text, and identifying important ideas will improve comprehension. Other strategies include using background knowledge, creating mental images, inferring, and determining importance. Bear in mind, however, that the overall goal of teaching comprehension strategies is for children to eventually transition these strategies into reading abilities, thus making comprehension automatic. Now that we've talked a little about the brain's role in reading comprehension, let's take a closer look at how children can be taught to comprehend what they are reading. You may have noticed from your own experience that reading comprehension is done with little thought about it. Proficient readers, meaning those who are able to read with fluency, are almost able to forget that they are reading at all, naturally and subconsciously directing all attention to meaning. Proficient readers are relatively unaware of the processes their brains undergo to make sense of information while they read. So, how can teachers teach a subliminal process? How can teachers get students who are not so proficient at reading to comprehend what they are reading? Although no teacher can make a student comprehend an idea, there are many comprehension factors under the teacher's control which can be tailored to support each reader's needs. Any act of comprehension requires knowledge, motivation, strategies, and metacognition. Text type and difficulty, as well as traits like flexibility, adaptability, and independence, can either hinder or help comprehension. Teachers can work to build and activate prior knowledge in students. Prior knowledge is important in comprehension as new information is most useful when students can connect it to what they already know. Prior knowledge can be activated or created through discussions, reading simpler texts on a topic, or having new and relevant experiences. Vocabulary instruction is also an important contributor to prior knowledge, as it is believed at least 50 to 75% of our comprehension ability is explained by our word knowledge. Motivation plays a role in reading comprehension which can't be overlooked. How easy is it for the student to read the selected text? Is it a narrative or an informational text? Type and difficulty level can boost a student's confidence or subtract from it. Who selected the text and why is it being read? Interest level and prior knowledge about a topic have an impact as well. Student selection of text is critical when the goal is motivation and engaged reading. A student's attitude when faced with difficult reading tasks also plays a big role. Students succeed when they are flexible and adaptable to overcome difficulties they may encounter, as well as independently know when and how to use comprehension strategies. These three traits are supported when students are motivated and understand their purpose for reading a text. Through modeling activities like read and think aloud, students can listen as teachers model comprehension hang-ups and how to work around them, emphasize the importance of revising thinking while reading, and engage in metacognition. Strategy instruction and metacognition are linked. Students must first recognize their comprehension is broken down to then realize they need to remedy their misunderstandings. Reading comprehension strategies are useful because they give students something concrete to try and a way to organize their cognitive resources when they recognize they do not understand. Strategy instruction should be varied, explicit, and brief so that students have a number of fallbacks when comprehension needs a boost. Strategies can include monitoring, using background knowledge, questioning, creating mental images, inferring, determining importance, and synthesizing. Teachers can decide on the chronology of comprehension strategies based on their knowledge about their students, the demands of the text being used in the classroom, and the strategy instruction students may have had in earlier grades. Now that we've discussed some specifics about teaching comprehension, I want to talk about how we can help children to understand both the words and the world around them. Children make sense of the world through their interactions, exploring, playing, testing, and importantly, questioning. Most children are full of questions. Almost every person who has worked with children can recall a time when they were stuck in a why, but why scenario with a child. Questions help us to figure out what we know and don't know. In the same manner, children can make sense of words. Here, questioning can also help to figure out what is known and not known, understood and not understood about a piece of text. Children cannot sit passively with a text. Just as they need to explore their world, they also need opportunities to take texts apart, discuss, evaluate, and reflect on them. They must be active readers. Through questioning and inferring, children get deeper meaning from texts. We must help students to go beyond a literal understanding, helping them to add their own opinions, knowledge, ideas, and experiences to what they have read so that they may form a deeper sense of meaning. In a sense, it is not simply the information itself which matters, but what is done with it. Readers who infer as they navigate a text are able to make connections between new and existing knowledge, adapt existing knowledge to reflect new ideas, while being better able to remember and reapply what has been learned as a result. The same goes for teaching with literature in all subjects. Students cannot passively absorb information. Students can and should be challenged by the literature that is selected in content areas like math, science, and social studies. Challenges, such as texts above their instructional level, will ultimately lead to greater learning and comprehension of concepts. Challenges are met through scaffolding, such as read-alouds, modeling, thinking, and collaborative pairings, and decisions about products. Target behaviors readers engage in before, during, and after reading also support the comprehension of challenging content area texts. Background knowledge has an important role to play in helping students to comprehend the word and world, and this is especially true in disciplinary literacy. Think about a time when you were just getting to know a friend. It might have been a little challenging at first to find something to talk about because you didn't know a lot about that person yet. But over time, as you got to know the friend better and shared experiences with them, talking with them became easier. So it is with building background knowledge about concepts. For example, Lubo and colleagues developed a sequence of building on students' background knowledge called quad text sets. This sequencing features the challenging target text and 3 additional texts that build background knowledge and motivation, interspersed between readings of the target text. The background knowledge readings help to make the target text accessible while providing the motivation needed to tackle the challenging text. Just as more time spent with a friend helps us learn more about their personality, likes and dislikes, knowledge about topics helps to avoid confusion, give meaning to ideas, choose among possible word meanings, make contextualized inferences, and understand literary devices, which all contribute to understanding. Take a moment to again reflect on the ease with which you were able to read and understand the sentence, "The boy sat under the painting." Unfortunately, for some students, and at times for all readers, comprehension won't come so easily. I hope this video gave you some takeaways about reading comprehension that can be of use for you and your readers on the days when comprehension doesn't come so easily. Thanks for watching.